What is up, guys? I am back with another figure review, and this time it is on the Series 8 Spawn Gravedigger figure. Now, one thing about this figure, I wanted to keep it in line with my whole Halloween-themed YouTube channel. For the month of October, I want to do just pretty much everything just Halloween-themed, and I think this guy fits that role pretty perfectly. I mean, he's creepy looking. He comes with a bunch of demons, and what better way than now to review it? I don't know much about this Gravedigger figure. I mean, he is from Spawn, obviously, but I like a lot of Todd McFarlane's work, especially his older like '90s figures. And this goes to the Tortured Souls line, the movie Maniacs, just all that goodness. It was just a bunch of just awesome figures. But yeah, I recently I saw this guy. I was just going through just a bunch of McFarlane, just old Spawn figures on the internet, of course. And I came across this Gravedigger figure, and he looked pretty cool. And the fact that he comes with just 5 other figures, that makes it even better. And what's even sweeter is the fact that this guy, I paid like $14 for him, and you can find him just relatively cheap on eBay. The most that I've seen him for is like $16. So it's not a bad price for this figure. Now, I mean, I could get this open and he'll fall apart, and then I'll be like, oh, you know what? Forget this crap, and then just scrap this whole video. But I doubt it. I doubt it. So, as you can see, the front, of course, we have the Gravedigger figure, and then we have the 5 other, the 5 other demon-looking figures. And that's pretty cool, just that they gave us that. And then the back, it just shows who we have in the series. So, raise that up. So yeah, we have, of course, the Gravedigger, and then we have the Gatekeeper, and then we have this Mantar looking thing, and then we have the Curse of Spawn figure. He looks pretty dope. Renegade, and then this Rodar, this fish looking guy, and then we have Series 7. Of course, we have Spawn in the middle, and then the Mangler. He looks pretty cool. Zombie Spawn, right there. He looks pretty dope. If I found him for a good price, I'd probably pick him up. Let's see, and then we have this Series 2, as you can see, and then the monsters. So we have Dracula, the Hunchback, Frankenstein, and then the werewolf. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, the werewolf, Frankenstein, Hunchback, and Dracula. But it's not about those figures. It's about this Gravedigger figure. So let me just crack them open, and we'll get this review started. So here he is out of packaging, and I gotta say, for almost, this is about almost a 20-year-old figure. Yeah, I mean, nearly 20 years. Like, even though it's almost a 20-year-old figure, it still holds up. Yes, when I got it out of the packaging, oh my gosh, the smell. It's got a smell to it. So if you're buying one of these guys new in package, and you're gonna open them, just be prepared. It's gonna have a smell to it. Like, as soon as I cracked open that package, the just that old plastic smell hit me right in the face. And when I was opening up like these guys and everything, like there's just it's an unpleasant smell. And just be prepared for that. Another thing, too, is this shovel. Let me get some light on it. This shovel right here, the paint, it is kind of flaking off a little bit. Again, this is a 20-year-old figure. So just be prepared for that. This is the first time that it's been opened, so I was trying to get his shovel into his hand, and it was just kind of flaking a little bit. So just kind of work it in there, and don't be too hard with it because it will break. Again, this is a 20-year-old figure. Anyways, so I didn't get this guy, you know, to be getting him into any crazy. Whoa. I didn't get him. That that sounded like it could break, but no, it's cool. I didn't get this guy to get him into any crazy poses. He only has like a couple points of our articulation. So his arm can move up, as you can see. He does have a hinge. Can move up like that. His head is can move side to side. No waist pivot or anything. And then his legs, they can move. There we go. But I'm not going to try moving this. But honestly, like, you can only, I mean, the only pose you're going to want to really get him in is just him displayed with all of his gear on him. Again, this is a 20-year-old figure, so just be mindful of that, and just be careful. If you really want to try and move his legs, you know, you take a like a hot blow dryer to it. So yeah, he does stand fine with these. Again, like, and this is going back, 20 years ago. One thing about Spawn figures and McFarlane figures in general, they weren't known to be, posable, crazy action figures that you'd give to your little kids. This is mainly for, this was at the time for adult collectors, because you're just going to get them and then pose them on your shelf. You're not getting them to give to little Johnny to play with. So again, I mean, this is fast forwarding 20 years later. As an adult collector, I'm not going to be, whoa, I'm not going to be, playing with them and getting, having them fight Spider-Man and all that crap. I mean, I'm just going to have them, go on my shelf and look good on my shelf. But yeah, so not much articulation, which is, fine by me. And this little piece right here, it's like a really thin piece of material. It could rip so easy, so just be very careful with it. Just be mindful that, this is a 20-year-old figure, and I know I keep saying it, but like I said, don't get this figure if you want to, have him in a crazy pose. So the paint for a 20-year-old figure, I'd say it still holds up, especially to a lot of the stuff we have now. Just the wrapping right here is painted pretty good. And then his skin, he's basically like a mummy / zombie type of creature looking thing, I guess. And then he's got this brace right here. The buckles are painted on pretty nice. Go down here. And then it's just supposed to be all dirty right here. Like these metal braces around his legs. That is one thing about a lot of Spawn figures. I don't know why, but McFarlane had a tendency to give his figures like, or I mean just his drawings in general, like big legs. I guess that was a thing in the 90s, just having a big leg. So yeah, just try to get him in just a decent pose as best as you can. If anything, I would say get one of those NECA like figure holders, like those flight stands, so that way, you know, he won't fall down or and you know break. But if not, I mean, he does stand fine. Just there we go. Just stand him up like that. Now, he does come with a lot of stuff, and as you saw at the beginning, he comes with 5 other like demon-looking creatures, and I'll show them off right now. And it's cool that that they detailed them. You know, not just having like one figure like this and then just repainting them. Like they actually, you know, put a lot of work into it, which is really cool. You know, McFarlane was ahead of the game for the adult collector, which is awesome. So, as you see, we have this yellow demon. It's real cool how they did it. Put him to the back. And we have this red one. So as you can see, like, they almost look similar, but the red one kind of has like a bigger jaw than this yellow one. Then we have this green guy. And then this purple one. Which I know that's part of like the packaging. Again, a 20-year-old figure, his face, it's got like a lot of crap on it, but hey, goes with it adds to the figure. And then we have this this really awesome blue demon with horns. That's pretty dope. And then he comes with a lantern. He comes with a pickaxe and a shovel. Yeah, focus. There we go. So yeah, pretty much painted the same. It's supposed to have like a rusty, dirty look. And then I already showed off this shovel. And then we get this tombstone, and it's got a decent weight to it. Not really painted that well. Kind of just a piece of plastic with some detail in it. I guess they probably like threw a coat of paint on. It looks like they did. But they could have made it like a dirty tombstone, but it's just kind of like a flat gray. And then this piece came separately, and this is basically like a rubber. It's supposed to be like a rubber with like bones and everything. I would have preferred if it was like plastic, but hey, it is what it is. And look at this, it's supposed to be like a mangled skull. But basically, this tombstone, it's supposed to go with the Gravedigger. It's supposed to go on his back. So you just plug it in right here. If I can plug it in, and get in there. There we go. And then you add the other pieces to it. So you have the shovel. Just plug it in right there. And again, be careful, because like I'm doing this, and he feels like he could break pretty easy. He's an awesome figure, but honestly, like, I wouldn't have paid any more than 15 bucks for him. So yeah, like I said, you can find him relatively cheap. Supposed to plug in. Give me a sec, guys. Alright, so I'm back. I had a little bit of technical issues. If you're gonna open them up and display them, and you want to put the tombstone on them, just make sure you put the shovel and pickaxe on first before you start playing around with it. Already, right here, it's kind of like the material is kind of breaking, so that kind of sucks. And then I was trying to get a shovel into his hand, and it was like chipping a lot. But again, you know, this is a 20-year-old figure, and this is the only pose that I'm going to get him in, to be honest. I'm not going to really touch him again, like, unless he, like, falls over or something, because, honestly, like, this is... God, I still got some of that paint on my finger. Honestly, this is pretty much the only pose you're going to want to get him in, you know, with or without the shovel. There's not really too much else he can do. But again, you're getting this figure for the looks. And if you want, you can like add these little demon guys on top of them. Have him give him a hug or something. So yeah, I mean, it is possible. Oh, can't see that. Just get these little demon guys on them and stuff. So yeah, I'm really happy with this purchase. I mean, it's an awesome figure. Again, to be honest, you're just buying a statue with very limited movement. And be very careful, like I said, because you don't want to break him. Oh, and then for anyone who's wondering, I mean, this does have a bendy wire throughout their whole body, except like their head. But yeah, just get them in different poses or whatever. I mean, as limited as you can, and then they do stand. So I'll just show real quick. Alright. Come on, Stan, you little bastard. Alright, well, you get the general idea. I don't want to be taking up any more time. So again, the Series 8 Gravedigger Spawn figure. Awesome figure. I'm happy with them. I'm going to display them on my shelf like this, pretty much. And maybe I might get a stand for him just so he doesn't fall over and break. But yeah, these guys are relatively cheap. Again, you can pick them up for under 16 bucks. So check it out on eBay and you'll find one. So that will about do it for my video. Like always, guys, if you're a new subscriber, make sure to hit that sub button. Make sure to give me a like. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing, whether it's positive or negative. But again, be respectful. If you're gonna leave a negative feedback, just be cool about it. Don't say, crappy stuff that you wouldn't want anyone to say to you. And again, I take all criticism. Just be cool about it. So that will about do it. I will see you guys in the next video. And that is it.